Why, hello, human beings. How you doing today? My name's Sendo Q, and thank you for visiting my channel. Dreamcast Guy, why are you acting like the victim in this situation? I saw your video, and it was horrible. Before we get to the video, I want to say thank you to all my newer subscribers. Everybody, thank you very much. Been studying, trying to get that IT test certification. Really want to do a giveaway, and also just want to let you know I subscribe. I subscribe to the affiliation of Razer, and I'm waiting for the information to get back to me. Hopefully, I get it. Fingers crossed. So, with that being said, also giving a giveaway with the Nintendo Entertainment Lego set to one lucky subscriber on a live stream. So that's gonna be fun. And I think I got some stuff that's gonna come up later in the year, like Halloween, birthday time, and everything. So thought I could do some live stream. I also got my Twitch up. I want to put it in the description. I also have my Facebook up. I just trying to figure that out, and I want to stream on YouTube, Twitch, and a little bit more about that. Want to start off with Splatoon 2 because I'm trying out my capture card, and I really just want to go ahead and start off with that, and then I get to gaming on PC. But right now I'm just trying to start off slow and hope everybody can start watching, and I want to do some horror games for Halloween. But without that being said, Dreamcast Guy acting like the victim. How can you not be so genuine? How can you not understand that what you saw with all the hate that you've been going through, and you want to go ahead and blame Austin for his viewers? Number one, I want to keep it real. I don't think Austin Evans don't even know who you are. He don't even know who I am. So why are you getting mad about him putting up a picture on his video? Because apparently you was on there. But we want to talk about that later. Dreamcast Guy, I lost all the respect for you. You acting like a victim, and you want to go ahead and sit there and thinking that you're a nice guy. Nah, you. It's pitiful, dude. But I hope you see this video, and I can explain everything to you, because you was putting words into Austin Evans' mouth. And if I'm mistaken, let me know, because I want you to see this video, because what you saying, disrespectful. But let's get into the video, and let's start watching. Dreamcast Guy. This is called Let Rant About the PS5 Drama Video. Hey, you don't understand that you're going through drama through your own channel. But let's get into the video so we could watch all of this. Alright, and I'm going to pull up some of your videos, so it's going to be an equal battle with that. Alright, let's get to the video.
I've done my best not to create any drama videos or even just try and stir things up with other YouTubers.
Stirring up stuff about other YouTubers, okay, fair enough, I give you that one. But your whole channel is nothing but drama, rumors and dramas. Alright, don't trip.
But today, I need to defend myself. What's up, gamers? Dreamcast Guy here, and today we need to talk about Austin Evans and what has led to my most hated video ever, which involves the PlayStation 5 revision.
You want to know the reason why your video was hated? Because number one, you say you was claiming that he said the console gonna get on fire. You literally push all of that towards Austin. So the fact that you did that is very ingenuine, even though he didn't come up with the video saying that the PlayStation is going to get caught on fire. That was on you, dude. You could have did the simple evidence, and I don't think you watched this video. That's on you.
Now, in case you don't know it, this guy is called Austin Evans. He is a gigantic tech reviewer. He specializes mostly in like Xbox, Microsoft news, stuff like that. Well,
Apparently, you can't look at evidence. Let's go ahead and look at it. Okay, Dreamcast Guy. I'm under his channel right now. Before you upgrade to iPhone 13, I didn't waste $1,000. I wasted $1,742 on mystery tech. I bought an Xbox Series X on Wish. Those two videos you should know about. I put Windows, built an ultimate PlayStation Portable. That's not Xbox at all. This right here, not Xbox. This right here, not Xbox. This right here, not Xbox. Yeah, that's Xbox. Yeah, that Xbox. This right here, not Xbox. This right here, not Xbox. Not Xbox. Not Xbox. Not Xbox. Not Xbox. Not Xbox. Not X. Dreamcast Guy. The simple look on his channel is not all about Xbox. Oh, what's this right here? Does the Xbox Series X overheat?
Does the Xbox Series X overheat? Over the last few weeks of having this console here in the office, that has been my #1 question that I've received, so why don't we take a closer look? So my setup involves a thermal camera, we also have a decibel meter as well as a microphone on the console, and I want to just find out exactly how loud it gets and how hot it gets. So
Look familiar. Look familiar, Dreamcast Guy? Did he not do the same thing? Dreamcast Guy. That right there is called evidence that he don't just talk about PlayStation or Xbox. He talk about tech. He's not an Xbox fan. He get Xbox. That's the one that they gave him. He tried to overheat it. He did the same exact test as PlayStation. The difference is he already broke down the Xbox. And you're sitting right here and calling him an Xbox fanboy? I just showed the evidence that he's not an Xbox fanboy. He did the same exact test, dude. I just played some of his video. What do you have to say about that, Dreamcast Guy? You made a claim on him. I showed you evidence that he didn't do it. Why are you lying, Dreamcast Guy? Why are you lying? This is a shame. Look, you say that you have all the console, but you actually show your Legion to PlayStation. We all see it. You say you're not, but we all see it. You say you're going to play Halo Infinite when it comes out. That's fine, but it still doesn't give you the fact that you're a fanboy of PlayStation. Matter of fact, let's check out your channel real quick. Dreamcast Guy. That whole entire thing that I just went through, your whole channel, like 85% of the whole entire channel was talking about PlayStation. 10% of it was talking about Nintendo. 9% was just talking about random stuff like game being good and stuff, and 1% is only about Xbox. I know you made a video about that one Xbox Series S and you say it was bad because you can't fit that many games. What about your PlayStation without upgrading the storage with the M.2 before? Yeah, when you format the cards, it's going to happen. Your storage is not that great either. So before you even come out here talking about Austin being a Xbox Shield, you look like you're more Sony fanboy than ever. But you know what? I'm not going to call you a Sony fanboy. That's just being too respectful. I'm calling you a console peasant. Dude, you don't know nothing about hardware or whatever. But let's continue with the video.
he did a gigantic viral video talking about the PlayStation 5 revision, and in it, he said that the new PS5, which has a slightly smaller heatsink, is objectively worse. Now, I made the mistake of just trying to reply to that. I said that the system is pretty much running the same. This new...
Yes, it's running the same because it have the same hardware. The only difference is the heatsink. That's the difference. Heatsink in fan and the 2 wire compared to 4. So Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Those are the only things that are different. Other than that, It's still the same thing. Same CPU, same GPU.
New PlayStation 5 that come out, it still plays the same games, it still has the same frame rates, it still has everything else.
Yeah. It have the same stuff besides the three things that I named. Do you not know hardware?
It's just like 3 degrees hotter. That does not mean it's worse. It just means...
Come here, Dreamcast guys. Let me make myself bigger so you can understand what I'm saying. Come here, Dreamcast guys. Ooh, too close. Damn it. Dreamcast guy. Yes, it is 3 degrees hotter. Fair enough. But here's the thing. Think of long term instead of short term. You're not seeing that part of the situation. You're thinking about right now. I'm thinking about long run. Everybody else thinking long run. Just because it works now doesn't mean it's going to fail later. Because guess what? CPUs get hotter than CPUs and GPUs get hot. Hope you understand that. Yeah, GPUs get hot, Dreamcast guy. CPUs and GPUs.
It's different. Well, Austin Evans, 2 weeks ago, he released a video basically just replying to me and tried to call me out as just some dumb hater. So see,
where's the evidence of him calling you out?
Right here in the video, he shows a bunch of different thumbnails of different people who are calling him out for his...
Because he put the thumbnails in the video is calling you out. Going to be real with you, I don't think Austin Evans don't even know who you are. He just saw pictures of people who was hating on him because this looked like Salty Game. This right here looked like Salty Games. Right here, Dreamcast guy. Let me see this because you're blocking it. Give me a second. Okay. I'm on another tab for YouTube because I really had to look this up because this is kind of getting on my nerves now. But let's type in Austin Evans lie. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, looking on here, I see that this right here, he synced lie. Right here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that's he sync. Pretty much, I see this video right here that say liar, and it's right here, liar, liar, and it's this dude right here, Joker Production. Joker Production. He's a fanboy too, because they don't know nothing about computer. Oh, Dreamcast guy, I'm doing a video on you. Saltiest Gamer right here, and he's trying to make a meme, and there you go right there. So Dreamcast guy, as soon as you type in Austin Evans lie, most of the videos that he had posted up right there shows those videos. He probably don't know who you are. He just took them. He took your thumbnail and everybody else's thumbnails up there and place it onto here. It's a simple drag and drop. So you're misleading people again, Dreamcast guy. He don't know you because he got like 5-point-something million followers and you have something. It looked like you're looking for drama yourself.
Very inaccurate video. Now, after Austin posted this, I got completely flooded with hate.
Okay. So what? JTech and his fan base flooded me with hate. JTech JTech TV did a 6.5 stream, wanted to debate me on his time, which I'm not going to give him his time, and I'm still working on to a video with him because I'm still not done with it. He talked about me throughout that 6.5 hour stream. So what? Words don't mean nothing until you put meaning behind it. So who cares?
I mean, bombarded practically to the degrees I've never experienced before. Like, this guy has 5 million subscribers. I've got 200,000. This dude laser focused his fan base on me.
Listen here, Dreamcast guy. Listen here. No, he did not send no followers towards you. He did not. You made a claim. You got to present it. Why you will give him that claim in the first place? Later flow focus his fan base towards you? Are you out of your mind? It wasn't even your own video up there as a thumbnail. It was everybody up there. You are a liar, Dreamcast guy. Why would you make a claim like that? You know how wrong that is? Austin don't even make tech videos. And you're sitting there and you say laser focus? Are you out of your mind, are you out of your mind, Dreamcast guy? Get your head out of the gutter. Sit there and think about what you just said. Quit acting like the victim. Ooh, I got attacked by a whole bunch of fans. Whatever. He got attacked by PlayStation fanboys and console peasants at him because he made a video looking at what's inside the PlayStation 5. And not only that, he got doxxed. And you say you're the victim? And you say you're the victim? Guess what, Dreamcast guy? You're not the victim. He is. His family got doxxed. His whole life got doxxed. And you want to go ahead and sit there and look at him. And this is not even about the gaming. This is not about the gaming. Let me get off real quick. Off of gaming real quick, because this is not about gaming. Dreamcast guy, you're pathetic. How you going to sit there as a content creator and made a claim about another content creator attack you, and you got this content creator getting doxxed? Do you have any morals mindset? You going to sit there and act like the victim, and yet you haven't been attacked as far as getting doxxed and stuff? Y'all both got attacked by words and stuff. Okay, that's fine. He's sitting there and he's taking criticism. You can't take criticism, Dreamcast guy. You're a console peasant. Get out of my face with that. Don't you ever tell people that their fans attack them. Because I never send any fans to attack anybody. I'm always going to say, and people listen to me right now, do not attack this Dreamcast guy, dude. I'm doing real criticism on him. If you attack him, I don't condone that. Dreamcast guy, you're pathetic. Go ahead and say a content creator went and sent all his fans to you. How dare you? How dare you? You need to apologize. You know what? I think I came into this community thought I could criticize people. Dreamcast guy, you're on the same level as J-Tech. Get on my face with this, man. Go ahead and blame Austin Evans and them flat fans attacking you. He don't even know who you are. He just took some image off of YouTube and he just posted on his video. So what? Quit crying.
By putting my face gigantic in the thumbnail there. And you know what? I can take that.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You get hurt when you see fire behind your PlayStation 5. You get mad when people call you out. You can't take the criticism, dude. Get on my face with that.
That's part of being a YouTuber. Is sometimes somebody bigger punches down on top.
He don't know you. How he's punching you on top? He don't know you. He don't do that. Making claims. Prove it. Show the evidence. Show the evidence of that, Dreamcast guy. You're trash.
It sucked. I hated some of the stuff people were saying. Some people told me to kill myself.
To kill yourself? Who? So what? You think Austin didn't get any of that when they doxed him and everything? kill himself because of their precious plastic. You didn't think he'd get any of that? And you know what's funny? Austin taking it like a human being. You're here complaining about it. I don't even care. People calling me versions and stuff. I don't care. They don't know me. They got to show evidence. You is really soft right now. And I'm telling you this right now. You're soft. You can't take criticism. You're sitting here telling Austin that he's in his fan base. You're pathetic. Show evidence. If you can't show evidence, then your claim is not proven.
I don't like that kind of talk. But what are you going to do? That's sometimes the internet.
Boo-hoo, you sound like you're about to cry. Boo-hoo. But yet you want to go ahead and claim that Austin Evans sent all these hates to you? How dare you?
Well, here's what I did. Everybody was saying, you gotta do a reply. You gotta punch back, man. This guy's trying to drag your name. But I wanted to wait. I thought that the best thing to do was wait for the incredible experts to get this new system and analyze it for themselves.
You know what's funny? It's not even about the consoles anymore. I gave up on that now. As soon as you claim that Austin Evans sent you all that hate, my mind went out from the consoles. I'm looking at you right now, and guess what? You're pathetic. You're pitiful. How dare you? I'm very upset that you want to go ahead and claim somebody that's sending their fan base to you and attack you. You can't take criticism. You disgust me.
So instead of just off-the-cuff replying or trying to put this guy down or stirring things up unnecessarily, I decided that the best move would be to wait until people who have actual heart...
You know what's funny? He's still trying to prove that he's right. He's still trying to prove he's right with this PlayStation bullcrap. And he said he's not beating the trolls and he's not beating the console wars and bullcrap like that. You know what's funny? Here go a person who been doxxed, who is a content creator like everybody else. If you got somebody right here who's mad because his image was on somebody else's video. It's funny. It's funny. It's not about the console anymore. You need to apologize to Austin. You need to make an apology because this was horrible. How dare you?
Hardware who are able to test every single freaking degree and frame and piece of tech of this new PlayStation 5, I wanted to wait until they were able to get their hands on the PS5 revision to see how it's going to work. Well, people have done that. Digital Foundry has now just produced a gigantic, huge video with Gamers Nexus, where they actually analyze every single facet of the new PlayStation 5 update. Now here's the thing, they've created a total hour of content across their two separate channels looking at every single asset, every freaking chip, every freaking piece of this new PlayStation 5. And you know what? I was correct. The new PlayStation 5 is not worse. Everybody who's claiming I'm just a Sony fanboy or a shill or something like that, I'm just saying that right now, the original PlayStation 5, this is its cooling unit. It is gigantic. This thing is a behemoth. Now, for good reason. The PlayStation...
Stop right here real quick. I want to make myself bigger real quick. Dreamcast Guy. Are you serious? You realize that was in the control setting, right? Control setting. Let me play one clip of the video that you probably missed. Okay? Because I think we could get to this real quick.
I don't want to make any bold claims here, but that doesn't seem good.
No, there's no scenario in which this is good. Technically, if Sony is able to get usable, good performance out of this smaller, lighter heatsink, they save money, and it should be okay. But we know that even with a very brief test, this one runs hotter, which makes sense because I'm sure the chip inside is the exact same. Look, you've got all this extra copper here.
Yeah.
They, I guess for the launch models, over-engineered the cooling
Which
that
they should have
needed.
done, because Sony, again, has had major problems with heat in their consoles.
I would guess what's happened is that Sony, now that they've got almost a year of PS5 data, they've spent more time testing everything, have determined that while, yes, this is going to run a little bit hotter, that's probably fine, that it
Yeah.
won't negatively impact things that much.
I don't know, man. That doesn't seem wise, considering that the PS5, like you said, changes its wattage based on what's going on
Yes.
in the console.
So potentially long term, especially as you imagine this gets started to get caked in dust and whatnot, you've got less fins, less mass. You could actually lose performance.
Dreamcast guy. Did they cake it up with dirt? Did they put like a month of wear and tear into it? They did put a year of wear and tear in it. If you remember the PlayStation 4, it was getting cake and dust. You know why? Because everything is not going to be as perfect scenario as possible. You got dust, you got air particles, skin, all this stuff. That's its nature. Stuff is going to get caked up in there. And we got one fan working hard and try to do it, performance going to drop. And that's on both systems, but how small that heatsink is, because I got to dust my speakers off, and guess what? It's cake and dust too. I got to do dust myself. Like here, cake and dust. You can't see it, but it's cake and dust. I got to clean up my system because every 3 months I clean my system out, my PC, because it get cake and dust. That's what's going to happen because you're trying to move air through and try to keep everything cool. Maybe, yeah, the heat sink that's small is going to get caked up a lot faster than that heat sink that's bigger. That's part of performance, because if you ever know about PC, people have to clean out their system. That's just basically what it is. So Dreamcast guy, the fact that you don't know this, and the fact that they tested it out, yeah, at the moment nothing changed because it's the same CPU and the same GPU. But guess what? It was in a control setting. They probably was putting it under loads and everything. Nothing going to change. Yeah, right off the rip, nothing going to change. Ooh, I went high. Nothing right off the rip. Nothing going to change. But you don't understand. They had hours, maybe days, to test it out. What about months? What about weeks? What about years? Build up of dust. Did they do that? If they didn't do that, gotta think about it. You hear it right there. You haven't looked at the whole video, Dreamcast guy. You only heard the things that you want to hear, and you got mad at certain things that he said. But you know what's funny? Gamers Nexus, who is known for PC, didn't say Austin was wrong. The information was probably wrong, sure, but Austin did the same test as you see in the video in the video earlier that he did to the Xbox Series X. So you was where was you when he did that? Of course, you're a console peasant and you're more towards PlayStation. Even Digital Foundry, who, I'm not gonna lie, PlayStation fanboys and Xbox fanboys flip flop. When they hear something good, they go with them. And they hear something bad, they say they was misinformed. Get on my face with that. So it wasn't months, weeks, years. Stuff get caked up from dust and skin particles and all that stuff. Yeah.
PlayStation 5 is putting off a lot of heat in general. This system is big, it's powerful, it's trying to play some pretty crazy games that are out.
Dude, my PC blow out heat as well. It's hot. What you expect? Technology runs hot when it's under load.
Obviously just 4K and stuff where they can be, so they're trying to basically shove all that heat directly out of the system itself.
I mean, my graphics card do 8K. I'm not even in the 8K. It could do 4K. I mean, whatever. I could run it at 2K. Honestly, I'd rather see frames over graphics, actually.
Now, their analysis proves two separate things. One, first and foremost, the system isn't really running that much hotter. Like, if you look at their comparisons, a lot of the stuff, it's essentially the exact same system. Mostly because Sony realizes that you can't have deviation between units. If there was two separate PlayStation 5s on the store shelves, but one was easily and measurably worse, that's going to hurt them. That's not only going to make people not want to buy it, but what about all the freaking stock investors?
It still hurt them because you're not thinking long term. You're thinking about right now. You're not thinking about the long term investment. Because if I'm going to buy something now, I want it to last that long. And like like they say in the video, dust particles and all that stuff, you see it in the control area. You didn't see it after weeks and months. They tested it at the moment, yes, but they could still do more testing, have somebody play the system a while, don't clean it and see what's the difference. You're not thinking about that part. You're only thinking about control, but you're not thinking about it's like when people test out their phone. I'll bring my phone up right here. When they test out their phone, they drop it in regular water. They don't test it in salt water or anything like that to see if it was water resistant, because salt do damage electronics. But they controlled it in a regular water situation where the water is filtered and stuff without no salt or debris. That's pretty much control. That's why when some phones drop in like rivers that have like different type of debris and other stuff, it could really hurt the electronics. You're not thinking like that.
What about the people that are trying to pitch money into Sony themselves? Why would Sony put out an objectively worse system? Now, I want to talk more specifically about their technical analysis and why I think it's so interesting. But first, let's answer the biggest question that's been going around. The biggest thing I see just again and again is, why would Sony shrink the heatsink?
Because material costs a lot of money at the moment, and it's cheaper to ship out. Because if that's the case, they could have made the PlayStation 5 $450, but they want to make money.
Because that is the biggest difference. The old PlayStation 5 that came out at launch has this huge, gigantic section of it that's all about shooting the heat out of the back of the system. The PlayStation 5 itself, just in general, has these big vents all the way down the side of it, clearly trying to show the fact that heating is a big problem with it.
And that's why you think Xbox engineered a system to take air from the bottom and the exhaustive to the top. They have a 2-fan system while PlayStation only have one. It only exhausts. I think the temperature will be a lot better if they had an intake fan, so they could bring fresh air in like a PC.
It's trying to make sure that the system doesn't melt or break down or have any drops in frame rates.
Let me repeat that one more time.
It's trying to make sure that the system doesn't melt or break down or have any drops in frame rates.
Dreamcast Guy, you're still forcing words into other people's mouth. Is this going to shut off when it's hot? And when you got dust accumulate in the system, it's going to ramp a lot faster so it could try to stay cool because there's dust in the system. You don't know nothing about tech, Dreamcast Guy. Ask people about the PlayStation 4. And there's consoles shutting off because they don't clean their system. Ask about the people that own a PlayStation 3 that shuts off and don't clean their system. Matter of fact, you got people that had the yellow light of death on those systems.
By keeping it as chill as possible. Well, here's the thing.
If they want to keep it chill as possible, then why there's not an intake fan in the PlayStation? And you also got to think about the M.2 SSD, the NVMe SSD. That's going to run hot, so that's extra heat. They probably did a thing without that. They did everything. They broke it down to everything. There's more stuff that goes to it. and that could still affect it. They should have just added an intake fan in the PlayStation.
A lot of consoles actually do revisions within the first year. Almost everybody does this. The original Xbox 3.
It's not a revision, it's just they wanted to make it lighter and cost a lot cheaper so they could sell it to so they could cheaply ship it out. So yeah.
360 did this. A lot of these systems, what happens is that you make something to be overly safe. It's always very difficult for console designers to try.
Okay. So what? If it works right there, then it works.
And predict the amount of stress that's going to be put onto their system because.
Okay, so I'm looking at it. Is room for an intake fan? They should have put an intake fan in there, in my opinion.
You don't know how many people are going to be trying to cram it under their bed, or honestly, at that point, there's no games for it. Like, a lot of times, this is a pretty obvious fact that people don't talk about nearly enough. When systems are being designed, there aren't games for it. They're trying to actually make a system that people can then produce the games for afterwards. So,
you say no games. What do that have to do with the fact that you go ahead and trying to put this with the rant and stuff? Who cares about the game? We're talking about the system, not the games. You don't have to bring up the games. You're just adding more to your, trying to add more to your argument. I don't care about the games. So what? I just want to know what the system does. I'm going to be real with you. Give me the first vision of the PlayStation. I don't want to mess with the newer version because I got a feeling that it's going to overheat over time. And that's a key word, over time.
a lot of times you overshoot the amount of protections you need. You put in too much cooling, too much RAM, sometimes just too much internal friction.
Too much RAM? RAM is a good thing. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I type in this real quick so you could know what RAM does, because RAM is actually important. RAM is shortish for random access memory, and while it might sound mysterious, RAM is one of the most fundamental elements of computing. RAM is a super fast and temporary data storage space that a computer needs to access right now or in the next few moments. So I want to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you, Dreamcast guy. If a Xbox One X had 32 gigs of RAM, I would have got it. If the PlayStation had 32 gigs of RAM, I would have got it. That would have been amazing. My PC got 32 gigs of RAM. You know how fast that is to load up Chrome, to play games so nothing could load in, because you know you can have textures load in faster, editing is a lot smoother, open up web browsers is a lot faster. Everything. RAM is so important to editing, streaming, all of that stuff. And you say too much RAM? There's no such thing as too much RAM.
Freaking drives and stuff, because you're trying to make sure that it is overly ready to produce games on. Well, that's the thing, is that I think this revision is not making the system worse, it's changing it within these new guidelines. They realized that they were putting way too big a heat sinks into a system that didn't actually need it.
The system, I'd rather have the system with over the size heatsink than a smaller heatsink, because down the line it would have messed up the component, and it would have collect more dust because you got a fan that working double time.
Now, talking more about this analysis, it's incredibly impressive. It's an hour long. Like, if you watch both their 30-minute videos, their videos are honestly just insanely detailed, to the point at which I feel like most people aren't going to care about individual frames on particular projects, but I do find this just to be endlessly fascinating. The fact that they're able to show what it's running at.
Gotha runs amazing on AMD hardware, and PlayStation 5 have AMD hardware, so it runs amazing on AMD hardware. But yeah, because It's the same PlayStation 5, just with a different heat sink. They probably tried it for days, maybe weeks. But let me see the buildup of dust. Let it run longer. Let me see months and a year. I want to say at least 6 months of playing this system like at least 4 hours a day. Let's see the difference. Or play it at 8 hours a day. Let me see that difference.
That's how many frames it's doing. And here's the thing, every version of the console is running identically. Each frame rate, even as you go into the different revision analysis, everything about it, it is the same exact system.
Because it got the same exact hardware. It's just the heatsink and the Wi-Fi cards are different. The Wi-Fi card is don't affect the gameplay. It's just the heatsink. And like I said, it's under a controlled environment. Give me something that's been playing for months and years. You don't get that.
Like straight up, look, it's the same temperature, it's the same cooling, it's the exact same frame rate.
Because they're clean and shiny. Like I gotta clean my system because I gotta make sure my system runs nice and shiny too.
It's so impressive to me, the fact that they're doing such a detailed analysis and looking at every single aspect of it, but the old system and the new system clearly are pretty much identical. Even if you do look at things like, individual frame rates, individual degrees, every single frame of it, it is the exact same console, just made with a little bit less parts.
You're not thinking long term.
The new PlayStation 5 is not worse. They are identical. They're the same freaking...
They're not. The only thing that's different is the heatsink and the Wi-Fi. And like I said, I'll repeat myself so many times. I'm sorry. Like I said, give me months of research. Give me years of research under normal loads, under stuff so dust come through. You're not thinking like that. You're thinking, ooh, I got to play it now. You're thinking now, not later. Like my PC. I'm planning to have this PC with the parts inside of it for 20 years. Of course, I'm going to clean my system so it can run at the top notch. I'm not overclocking. I'm not doing none of that. Remember how loud the PlayStation 4 Pro is? Because of dust. It's working hard. You're getting dropped frames. It's the same exact thing.
System. You know what? All this freaking console war BS, everybody trying to act like I'm dumb or defending the console. Look at the analysis.
I looked at the analysis and it's under a control base. Yes, from the opening, it's going to run fantastic. I give you that. But they're only giving me hours, maybe days of research. You gotta keep on going. You don't stop at that. How can you not understand? Oh yeah, I forgot. You're a console peasant.
Here is an hour of research. Next time you want to try just come in.
It's you.
Look at the analysis. Here is an hour of research.
It wasn't an hour of research. Have you ever heard of editing? You did it in this video. It was probably days of research. You're so dense, and I'm very upset with you.
Next time you want to try and just come into my comment section and say I'm a Sony shill because I think this new system isn't worse just because it has a slightly smaller heatsink, please do me a gigantic favor and take a long walk off a short dock.
You're a Sony fanboy. Matter of fact, you're a console peasant because you shielded this company. You don't deserve to be called Dreamcast Guy. You're shielding for PlayStation. You get upset when you see a stock image of nuclear bomb behind the PlayStation. You get upset with that. You get upset when you actually get really upset real easy when somebody talk about the PlayStation 5. Like your whole attitude changed, dude. You actually do. And your feelings got hurt. You can't take criticism.
I just wanted to talk about this because honestly, my video got thousands of dislikes for saying the objective truth.
That's not the only thing you said. You also put blow up in Austin Evans' mouth, even though you probably didn't mean that. That's how it seems like it was. You shielded PlayStation really hard. You don't understand tech. You giving bad information, like you said the dude was playing over lows while Austin was at idle. You don't understand what you're talking about. You're mad because somebody disliked your video. You think you're this perfect YouTuber, but you're not. You think you're trying to put on a good guy shield, but everybody could understand you. When people type up your name on YouTube, type up your name on YouTube, your YouTube name, it's going to show lies. You can't take criticism. People criticize you. If you get death threats, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, it's the internet. Austin Evans taking it really better than you are. Me, I don't care. Words don't have no meanings unless you put meanings behind it. That's why when people call me the N-word, I don't care. Because it's whatever. So, all right, do you feel happy? You get salty really, really, really bad. And I hope for Tinga see this and Griffin Gaming. I hope Austin Evans see this. It's crazy because we see the salt and Fertanga needs some harvest. This is horrible.
I want an apology from every person who came to my channel and claimed I'm the worst YouTuber for saying something that was correct.
How dare you? How dare you? That wasn't the reason why we got on you. And then you also blame Austin to send fans at you? And you want an apology? You want to be a victim? You're not a victim. You can't be the victim. You didn't get doxxed. You didn't do all that. People criticize you and you got upset. I'm not going to say sorry to you because you know why? Because you can't take criticism. You're putting words in Austin's mouth. You saying that he say it will blow up, which it doesn't. You get mad because there's a JPEG of a atomic bomb blasting behind a PlayStation. You don't understand that the PlayStation need fresh air. PlayStation messed up this whole entire generation. They need an extra fan. They need to keep it into a bigger heatsink because you're thinking about now. Over time, come back at me over time. Let it be played for about a month, a year, over and over. I want to see your opinion on that. Yeah. I'm not saying sorry to you. I didn't say nothing in your comments except for this video. So get out of my face with that. You owe Austin an apology. Tell him that his fans attacking him. Whatever.
Austin Evans, I have no hate towards him. He's probably going to see this video. He kind of strikes me as a guy who Googles his own name like 5 times a day.
You look like you Google Sony every single day and bathe in their bathwater, dude. You enjoyed Sony bathwater. You're like, oh yes, the exclusive bathwater. Austin Evans not going to see this video. Austin Evans not going to see my video. He's working. He's making broke versus pro, the ultimate PlayStation stuff, the ultimate Xbox stuff. He's also making mystery tech. Yeah, you don't look at his channel. You only see PlayStation and you're like, ooh, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yes, PlayStation. When you see something bad, oh, I hate you. Yeah. I lost all respect about you, dude. And you want to act like a victim. Get out of my face with that, B.
But here's the thing. Austin Evans, he just saw me as attacking him. I'm not. Your video was wrong. That's okay. I make videos that are incorrect sometimes.
Then why you just did what Austin did and admit that you was wrong on video? You don't do that. Austin's more of a man than you are. You're like, what, 35, 36? You and I is the same age, dude. And you're acting more of a child, dude. grow up, get out of this PlayStation fanboy bullcrap, and just look at stuff with outside of a PlayStation fan. Do you realize that we're not mad about that? We're mad that you accuse Austin for sending his fans. You accused him. How dare you? You're horrible.
It's just the universe. The fact that you had to double down, though, and send your fans on me, though, bro, was pretty freaking cringe.
Okay, you made a claim. Show evidence. Show evidence. Because what I saw, he didn't. Show evidence that he sent his fans. Go through Twitter. Go through Facebook. Go through MySpace. Go through all this social media. Reddit, Foursquare, whatever. Show evidence. Because here's the thing. I'm a non-believer. You make a claim, I don't believe you until you show me evidence. You don't have evidence that I don't believe you. Get out of my face because you're mad. You're salty. For King, if you see this video, I got some salt for you, man. You need this salt. And I'm actually going to add you on the tag for this one. You need this salt. He's salty.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to put a gigantic X across.
And another thing, Dreamcast Guy. Why would you blame their fans? I don't blame your fans to attack Austin. But yet you blame him to attack you. You're pathetic. I'm done with this video. But let's finish it off.
Your face again. That's probably why you were offended. But God, it feels good to say my side of the story. You know what? The new PlayStation 5 isn't worse. I don't give a crap about all the stupid console drama. Defend whatever system you want. I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite. I'm going to be playing freaking Uncharted 5 whenever it comes out. Own everything, play everything, do whatever you want. But please, the next time you're going to start some next console war BS or try and just throw around stupid titles like Sony Pony, please touch some grass.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you in 4K?
You got caught in 4K. You started console war things. You say you're not into it. You're into it, dude. You're part of it. That's why you're a console peasant. You're mad at people attacking you. You want to act like a victim. You're not the victim. You're not. Austin is. You didn't get doxxed. You didn't get none of that. Austin the one that did it. His family was jeopardized. His family could have got hurt because all the PlayStation fan. Did I say it was yours fan base? No. Everybody's going to be human. They're going to do whatever they want because that's their own choice. They could do whatever. But at the same time, you cannot blame Austin Evans sending his fan base to you. You realize you made a claim and he can actually take charges on you? You don't think about this. You need to apologize to him. Apologize to him because you just made a claim about him attacking you. Just because he got a picture. You know what? Let me make myself bigger. I'm getting really upset. You're pathetic, Dreamcast Guy. You blaming Austin Evans from attacking you. You don't have no evidence. You made claims just because he put a picture. He also put pictures of other YouTubers up on there. He probably just typed his name down and found some pictures of stuff that had him about it. You don't think about this. You think that he attacked you? No, he was just showing videos that people made about him. He was just showing what it is. You don't have no evidence. You're making a lot of claims. You're not going to even answer because I hope you see this video. You're despicable. Making claims that they sent people to attack you. You have no evidence. All this video was you is mad. At least I showed parts that he did, and you can't back up on that because I showed it. I showed it. Dreamcast Guy, you're despicable. You're. Hold this video. I hate that. I just hate that. I hate how he just made claims on somebody without any evidence. Hope you watch this video, Dreamcast Guy. I hope you get your acts together. No apologies whatsoever. You need to apologize. But that's it with the video. For Tanga, here goes some salt. I don't know what to do with it. Take some, please. But that's it. I'm going to tag Austin Evan in this. I'm tagging Dreamcast Guy in this. And for Tanga, please, I'm tagging you too because this is some salt. So, without that, hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Sorry about this. I just thought this was funny. Well, not funny. I thought this was, despicable. So, yeah. But, yeah. Again, giveaway. Waiting for my affiliation to come up, and I'm going to stream. I'm going to try to stream this weekend. So, yeah. Like I said, everybody's human. My name's Sendo Q. You have yourself a good one. Peace.